Hello, my name is Jacob Griffith, and this is a review on the movie Dune, or to be more specific, Frank Herbert's Dune, released as a three-part miniseries on the Sci-Fi Channel on December of 2000. It is based on the novel Dune by Frank Herbert, released in 1965. The movie is well done in my opinion, although the special effects could use a little help. Specifically, I would say dealing with the sandworm and how he reacted with the sand for which he had traveled on, where you would expect that the undulating motions of the scales on the outside would actually pick up and throw more dust than they did. That is pretty much where I believe their biggest special effects problems lie, was the movements of the worm itself. The story of the movie, or three-part miniseries, starts off telling you all about the world and how things are working at that time, how spice is the most important thing in the universe, as it allows everybody to travel. The spice must flow, as they say. Well, there's always competition when this only thing exists on a single world within the universe. And this is the struggles of what would be the last and the next emperor of the galaxy. The set design really made me feel like felt like a desert. Well, it was a desert planet, and everything around went well. The most life existed within the caverns or deep under the ground, but there was always that little thing that just little details did good. The acting. I felt that the acting was pretty decent. Very convincing as to their part, at least for most people. The one guy I specifically remember throughout every time I watched it when I was younger, a decade ago, the fat Baron Harkonnen. Definitely a bad guy that you hated. The musical score went very smooth, carried along with the story, and helped convey the mood, I felt, very well. I would say the story behind it also didn't just leave open too many questions, although it did have two cliffhangers in between the portions of the movies, which would make it tough for a lot of people to watch because it's so long. The cinematography, I felt they did well because, well, it's a desert. We have deserts. It can always, that's something that we can see and we can feel. Although it's not always easy to fully match that, of course. So, with as long as it takes to go through each about 2 hour, hour and a half to 2 hour segments of the miniseries, not everybody could deal with it. So, as what I would recommend to people, I would say I'll give it a rating of about 5 out of 6. 6 being I could let anybody know of the movie. Although, 1, why would I ever watch this? At a good 6, 5 out of 6. It's a movie I'd recommend to most of my friends, but I'd tell them, I sure hope you can sit through it and deal with the long drawn out, but it is good, and you'll be able to fit in nicely. You'll be able to understand it as long as you watch it and keep with it. Good night.